flow up to giant data visualization screens. And so you could basically capture all the things happening.
Broadcasting their South by Southwest experiences using.
I'm gonna I'll run one last video. Yeah, here's the last video, and then we'll be done.
Several hundred people have been broadcasting their South by Southwest experiences using live scribe pens and specially printed books. Fusing that data stream with social media data, you get a really rich, person-centered picture of what's going on. These are some people who've been live scribing a lot and tweeting just a little. Here's one that's been tweeting a lot but not much live scribing. Here's one that's doing both. Let's see what she's been up to. Motivated by the playful interface, she sketched and answered questions as well as tweeted about her experiences. These are visualizations of that information. They contain both the fun, creative side of sore feet and beards and tattoos, but also valuable brand intelligence information.
So that gives you a sense. We actually asked people to tap on which products they thought were Pepsi and which weren't. And it turns out we were able to graph over time which ones they thought they actually knew about. And so all of this kind of became fodder for a whole new kind of experience. So that gives you a sense of what's going on in sort of the world of the future in sort of trillions. And I think it's kind of a big deal. This turned out to have over something, I think at least 1 million media impressions in the first 9 days, and overall over 20 million media impressions over the course of the 15 days. And I think 50% of all the people that talked about Pepsi talked about them in form of innovation. And they had 43% of the voice, right? So they basically had the voice of the crowd in some ways, and they were able to kind of shift the conversation about atoms and bits and experiment with their own ideas for what future products might be in a sort of laboratory environment called South by Southwest.
Hey, Mickey, just to interrupt real quick. I know you got a few more slides. For those of you that need to leave early, go ahead and drop off. We do have a recording of this, and you can pick up the last 5 or 10 minutes later. But, Mickey, I don't want to rush you through your last 11 kind of slides or points that you want to make. So we'll kind of run this long if that's okay with everybody. And if you got to drop, go ahead and drop off, and you can grab the recording later.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now you've got a good sense of it. But I'll close the loop on some of this stuff, and I think it might help. When we were doing the Pepsi thing, we were also checking out using little devices on little webcams on outposts all over South by that tracked over 44,000 impressions. And we were able to show them data and tell if it was a man or a female, if they were smiling or not,